त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी महासरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुंडलिनी साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माता जी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माता जी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्ष प्रदायिनी माता जी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः।
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'm Rachel. We're going to be joined tonight by Alex.
Hello.
Hi, Alex. We're at day 18 of our 21-day course of 21 nights of meditation. And we've really reached the point of our journey, haven't we, Alex, with the spirit being the ultimate.
Definitely. Yeah, it's the ultimate. It's where we end up.
Yeah.
Yep. It's the end of the road. At the end of the road, the last day will be the Sahasrara. So today we'll be talking more about the spirit on our heart level, I think. Mainly the topic.
Uh-huh.
And then when we get the spirit, where the heart resides on a Sahasrara, then that's also the ultimate.
Uh-huh.
Both are ultimate, but different spots in the subtle system.
Yeah. So the ultimate is for the spirit to be enlightened in our heart, which is then enlightened in our brain, and with the auras of the heart in our Sahasrara being enlightened, then our spirit is enlightened. Yeah. So we would like to introduce Linda, who's going to be presenting us tonight on the topic of the spirit. Hi, Linda.
Good evening, all. How are we?
Welcome. Very good. How are you?
Yep, wonderful. Thank you.
Linda's a Sahaja Yogi of a very long time, and yes, you're going to be presenting to us on this very deep subject of the spirit. Also, you have Lee joining you at some point.
Yes.
And the lovely Lee, and another person with an L name will be joining us for some music that he's got, Lorenzo, who has played for us on a previous occasion with his wonderful harpsichord instrument of the Baroque era. And he's actually going to be playing some Bach. So Alex is quite knowledgeable about Bach. What can you tell us about Bach and the significance of the spirit, Alex?
Oh, okay. The Bach. The Bach. The Bach is, we all know Bach, a great musician. He's also so great that he actually was bringing down some divine music, and he actually represents our right side. Also, some of the music of the right side has come through his being into his music. So when we listen to it, it actually awakens our right side, which will balance a little bit maybe our left side, because we'll be talking about spirit, which is on the left side. So it's really interesting. Yeah.
So we'll be looking forward to hearing Lorenzo play a bit later, and that will surely transport us to that place of the spirit, of feeling at one with our spirit and the all-pervading power, which is a spiritual power. So, Linda, perhaps you can tell us a little bit about yourself, and you've taught Sahaja Yoga in various places and regions of this ancient spiritual country.
Yes, I have travelled the world and been presenting programs in many parts of Australia, all up the Northern Territory. I did programs in north of Western Australia before the Western Australians were travelling, and went down to the centre of Australia. I've sort of, the song "I've Been Everywhere." That was me. It's been a wonderful journey, and I'm still enjoying. And now this new technological journey, it's another story. It's a bit daunting, but I'm so thrilled that we have it. So, shall I go on with the topic for tonight?
Yes.
Maybe just before you start, just
Yes.
quickly, if there's any new people who's the
yes.
very first time coming to Sahaja Yoga, I see a new Leo iPhone, or maybe anyone that's new, if you could raise your hand, we will make a breakout room so you can get your self-realization. But I don't think there is anyone new. No, okay, that's all good. I think we should just continue, because all the names that I see all look familiar to me. Yep, so it's all good. I think no need for a breakout room.
We've got a name for Bach's, the piece of music that Lorenzo will be playing by Bach. It's called an Allemande from the Fourth French Suite. So, yes, Linda, please launch into your presentation.
Thank you.
Looking forward to entering the state of bliss.
So everyone that's online has been online before, and or not ready for a private chat in a chat room. So we will carry on as if there are new people here. You're just a bit shy, and we're going to be talking, as you know, about the spirit. And this is the 18th program. So really, we have spoken about nothing but the spirit since the beginning of these 21 days. And we cannot express anything about Sahaj without mentioning the spirit, our spirit. The ignition point, I call it, or called it at the beginning. It was my way of understanding certain things. But when we first come, or before we even come, we're seeking. And we don't know what we're seeking. We don't know what we're looking for. So we don't even know where to look. And sometimes we've gone to all the wrong places, to false gurus, to all sorts of clubs and things, looking for what it is that is making us so desperately feeling incomplete, is the way I would have described it. And after we have found or have been found, which is what happened to me, I had been seeking and I had almost given up looking. And I asked the all-pervading power to find me because I was exhausted, unable to find this, what I was seeking. And we don't know what shape or form it's going to come in. So now that we do, we all want to share it. So this time, the program on the Spirit is more about the relationship that we have with our spirit and the recognition of the source of the joy that follows spontaneously at the right time for us. The Kundalini that is placed in your sacrum bone at the base of the spine, it is housed in 5 fused vertebrae in the pelvic plexus. When we are at a point where we're facing either a Sahaja Yogi or someone who has their self-realization, they can pass this on. And all you need do is ask for it. We can't give it to you. We can only show you or tell you what to ask to awaken it for yourself. So it is your own pure desire, your own spirit inside that is talking to you, that allows you to go this step further beyond. And honestly, we do sometimes feel a bit odd because we don't always feel that we're in the company of people who are of like mind, and we start to feel possibly a little bit different. That's probably because we are. So to recognize the source of this joy, when it occurs, when we reach our Sahasrara as spoken by others in this program, we enter into this state of thoughtless awareness, as you've been told. But the spark that kindles this is at the heart, on the left side of our bodies, in line with the sternum bone. And in behind this sternum bone, it is good to know that this heart, as you've heard in almost every lesson, that the heart is actually where we have our real self, the true self, and it's been waiting to be ignited with the all-pervading power that actually rises up through what we know as the watery sac that protects the spinal column, and it touches on the left side of our sympathetic nervous system. You can see the little flame there coming out on the blue line. It's a soft, gentle flame, but this is where we ignite, and it sort of marries there and rises up through the central channel then, and gives us our awakening when we actually ask for it. So think of yourselves as being very special, that you have all achieved this or are going to. So when we reach this point in our life, the blessings just keep coming. And with the pure knowledge that we achieve from the meditations, we can rise even more and more every day. We have to love ourselves, and we all know love is in the heart. But we don't love ourselves enough. We don't take care of ourselves enough. Now that we know what the heart is, or are learning what the heart is, and how important it is to have it pulsating all the time in harmony with all there is around us. So an open heart is what we're looking for. And with this knowledge, we can rise more. Our outstretched hands show that we are asking, please give me. As you can see, my hands outstretched. We can place those on our lap while we meditate. But now we're going to raise our Kundalini for any new people that may be watching. And Lee is going to be sitting in the background. Can you see her all right? And she is going to raise her Kundalini. Can you bring your chair a bit further forward? Yeah, okay. That's better. Yeah. All right, so we start at the base of the spine with the left hand, and the right hand rotates, pushing away and comes up above your head to the top of your head. Your hands should be almost out of view. And you can see that we do it 3 times because we have 3 channels. So Lee is doing the 3rd one, and see how she's got her head and her neck up. This opens up the throat plexus and allows freer passage for the Kundalini to pass through, to allow its free passage unhindered, because it's a very restricted one in us Westerners. We done the 3? We do the 3rd one, as you saw, and now we'll put on our bandhan. And we take our right hand to the left side of our body and go over the top and down to the other side of our body and back. And that is done 7 times. The heart chakra, the home of the self, the spirit, the Atma. It comes by many beautiful names from many different scriptures. But for us, we'll call it the self or the spirit. We are the eternal spirit. We're not the physical, emotional, attached being. We learn to leave the futility of the illusion we live in. This process begins after self-realization, when we start to lose our false identifications with our body's mind and feelings, race, or any differences that we think we are. The spirit is in every human being, every soul. So how can we be different? The heart has to be open for the spirit to manifest fully. How long this process takes is up to us, and it is cleaned by our pure attention and our pure desire and our meditations. So yes, it may take some time. People have amazing experiences. Some take a little longer, and this all depends on the condition or the conditionings that we have attached ourselves to through life. Unconditional love, the whole world around us, and forgiveness, they go hand in hand. So if we don't forgive, we're holding on to negative emotions, and that will block our heart chakra. Love generates self-confidence and compassion. It generates a defense mechanism within that protects from negative influences. In behind the sternum bone, there are antibodies that are being made up until the age of about 12 or 15. And when we have the fear factor, we actually use up antibodies, which is why we probably have a huge problem with immune system deficiencies these days, because we live in fear of not being somewhere on time, in fear of not getting to work, in fear of missing the bus, and it is all such a waste of our attention. So what we ask of our spirit is to guide us into improving our well-being, improving everyone. We must ask, and we must have love for all mankind. And whether we forgive or don't forgive, what are we doing? We do nothing. The person or the situation that has upset you or given you pain, they don't even know about you now. You're long forgotten. But here we are holding on to this negative emotion, and we're holding on to their memory. They don't deserve to be sitting on our backs. They don't deserve to be in our memory. And forgiveness is such a simple thing. You only have to do it once. And that is done privately within yourself. Let them go. Give all these problems to the divine all pervading spirit. If we choose to hold on to hatred and anger, not only do we eat away at different parts of our being, but we keep the memory alive, and it keeps us away from being in the present moment. So the spirit is the only place where we have that freedom. And the Kundalini is so keen for us to fully awaken. So be loving towards yourself. Give yourself the time and do some of these practices that we've shown you, at least for a few minutes every day. And you will be amazed with the differences in your well-being. And your family, your friends, husbands, wives, they will notice a difference in you. I know it happened for most people that I know of. We're going to do a breathing exercise now to help to settle our attention and to help open up our heart. One of the most restricted areas when we first come into Sahaj practices. So we'll just put our hands both palm up on our laps, keeping the eyes closed. Attention on the heart. You can put one or two hands on your heart if you like, making sure that the heel of your hand is on the sternum bone and your hand is pointing across to your left side. Now we're going to have 3 different pieces to this breathing exercise. We're going to breathe in quite strongly and we're going to hold the breath. Then we will exhale and we will go again. In between the breathing in and the breathing out, there will be a pause. So we'll just have a practice here now. We'll breathe in while we say, Mother Kundalini, who am I? Who am I? And then let your breath out slowly to I am the pure spirit. Sorry, I've made a mistake there. We hold our breath and we say, I am the pure spirit. As we exhale, we say, I am not this body. So we'll go again. I do apologize. Breathe in, Mother, who am I? Hold your breath. I am the pure spirit. Exhale, I am not this body. And again. Breathe in, Mother, who am I? Hold the breath. I am the pure spirit. Exhale, I am not this body. Continue for a few more. Breathing in pure, clean air. Feel your heart beating underneath your hand. She's responding. Let out all that negativity when you breathe out. Let all the excess emotion just fly away. Now slowly take your breathing back to a nice, quiet, normal routine.
Shri Shiva Bharati Shiva Bharati Shiva Bharati Shiva Bharati Shiva Shiva Bharati Shiva Bharati Shiva Bharati Shiva Bharati Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Niramala Devi Niramala Devi Om Tvameva Om Tvameva 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 Sakshat Shri Jagadamba 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 Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Niramala Devi Namo Namah
Spirit is the freedom, is the free being within us.
It is detached. It cannot be killed. It cannot be blown away. It cannot be burnt away. It is eternal, Anant. It is eternal. That spirit is joy. That spirit is the source of joy. That emits joy. Joy is different from happiness and unhappiness. Ego, when it feels pampered, it feels happy. I like it, I like it. This I business is ego pampering. That is not joy, because you like to drink today and tomorrow you don't like to have a headache. It has the double side of I like and I don't like. You like something through your ego, dislike through your superego. So it is a one coin, and they have two faces. One is happiness, another is unhappiness. Joy is beyond that. Joy is a drama. Seer is a witness. You see a drama, you know it's a drama going on. You just watch it as a drama. You are not involved, and you are seeing it and enjoying it. You are crying if you see something, you are weeping, but you know you are not that. It's a drama. Seer, the witness. Your spirit is the witness. And when you become the spirit, you become the witness. You become the witness. For example, you are seeing something through a window. There's something exists in the window, for example. Now, you enter inside the room and you see through the window. Your conditioning is like one wave arising in you as a thought which comes from the past. It rises again, another thought comes up and goes in the past. First the past thought is there, and then another future thought is there, it disappears. You see the thought rising, but you can't see the disappearing of the thought. In between that is the present. That's the place is established, that present is established when your attention becomes enlightened by the Spirit. Either you think of the future or of the past. But I say now, at this moment, at the present. You cannot stand there because your spirit is not enlightened. Because spirit is the present. When you get your realization, you find that you are not thinking of the future or the past, you are just enjoying. Everything becomes different. The whole life becomes a drama, and the joy out of it starts coming out. And you really enjoy small things here and there. And you really understand how much joy was lost before realization. This is not your mental thing that gives you joy, but the joy pours on you from your head, just like this, a cool thing starts pouring down. As some people have a feeling of the tension rising up, it's the same way a cool sort of thing, flow of joy you feel in your whole body pours out. Sometimes this cool breeze that rises in the head also starts becoming like a fountain pouring down that joy. You look at the pictures, for example, see this star of Moses. You see David's star, you see that. When you see that, you can think about it. Or else you just watch this. Watch it and don't think. The joy of the creation of that thing, whole thing, becomes one with you. Like all the creation around, a lake is completely felt in the lake if the lake has no ripples. Completely. In the same way, all that is joy. The Creator, whosoever it may be, has put there. You get the complete joy within yourself because there is no thought. There is no barrier, no conditioning. The whole thing becomes one with you and you start feeling extremely happy, extremely joyous. A feeling which is indescribable. It is to be just enjoyed, to be felt. Like Kabira was asked, why don't you speak now? So he says in Hindi language, he's one of the terrific poets we have. He says, Jab mast hue fir kya bole? When I have gone into the nectar of the intoxication, of the spirit, now what can I talk? There's no word. No cup can fill this joy. No words can fill this meaning. You better be with me and get it and enjoy yourself. That's all he could say. That's what I say, the narrow vision has closed your eyes to so many things. Even Christ you cannot understand. About Christ is written in Devi Mahatmya, about Mahavishnu. All his life is written. If you can read it, you can find out that before coming on this earth, you will see how he was created, what powers he was given, how he is the Son, and all that is written. But for us, only we think that Bible is the authority. It is. But even to understand that Bible, as I told you to understand Gita, you better get realization. In the same way, to understand that Bible also, you have to get your realization. The one about whom it is described had never been to a school. None of them have been to any school. For the first time in this life, I have learned this English language. I never knew this language in any one of my lives before. Because I knew I'll have to talk to you, and I'll have to tell you about spirit in this language. But to understand it, we have to read ancient scriptures. Beautiful ancient scriptures are there. It describes the nature of the spirit. It said that spirit has got three qualities. Sat Chit Anand. Sat Chit Anand. Sat means truth. Chit means attention. Anand means joy. Sat is the truth. What is the truth now? If you see something white, it is the truth. All right. But what is the truth of this shawl? A realized soul can know. Not you. Because his spirit is enlightened. He sees the fifth dimension of this shawl. Let him hold it in his hands and he will know that this is Mother's shawl. Immediately he'll feel those cool vibrations coming out of it. He'll know that this is Mother's shawl. That is the truth. The four dimensions which we know of is not the truth, but the fifth one, which is the truth, which is the spirit. Sitting down here, you can find out about anybody, what is he suffering from, what are his problems, what are his chakras, is absolute. This knowledge is absolute. If you have 5 or 10 children who are realized, and if you tie their eyes, and ask them about a patient which is suffering from, they will all raise their fingers, this, or this, or this, or all of them, whatever may be the case. All of them will raise the same fingers. It is absolute knowledge. It cannot be argued. It cannot be refuted. It is what it is. And also, today the man may be having these problems, tomorrow he may not have at all. So then, whatever was there is finished, whatever is today, that's what they are going to tell you. So it is the truth. The rest is all, is mithya, is false.
Please feel free to keep your eyes closed if you want to. I'm going to tell you a little bit about another great born realized soul of our past. William Blake, born realized, but didn't have the backup. He didn't have brothers and sisters that he was aware of like we have today. He seemed all out on his own. A saint, a seer, a visionary, accomplished writer, prophet, artist, wrote beautiful poetry and hymns of innocence and of the divine, mostly ignored while he was alive. Now, near 300 years later, highly recognized for all his qualities at last. We're about now to listen to a song that he has written by Deborah Eckman, I believe a founding member of the Theatre of Eternal Values, stage productions that has travelled throughout Europe. And Sri Mataji complimented them on their work because it is spreading beautiful vibrations and bringing people to their spirit. So Deborah Eckman is now going to sing Jerusalem. Close your eyes and listen through the top of your head. You don't have ears tonight. Listen through your fontanelle, your little fountain.
And did those feet in ancient time walk upon England's mountains green? And was the Holy Lamb of God on England's pleasant pastures seen? And did the countenance divine shine forth on our clouded hills? And was Jerusalem builded here among these dark satanic mills? Bring me my bow of burning gold, bring me my arrows of desire, bring me my spear, O clouds unfold, bring me my chariot of fire. I will not cease from mental fight, nor shall my sword sleep in my hand, till we have built Jerusalem in England's green and pleasant
The beautiful voice of Deborah Eckman, one of our sisters from England. Now I'm going to do a reading for you of a quotation of Sri Mataji's. You can keep your eyes closed and your attention above your head. The greatest mistake is to close one's heart. Innately within us resides the spirit which wants to enlighten you, to give you the peace and the bliss and the joy of our being. Freedom is when you really get your own powers, which are within you, in your central nervous system and in your conscious mind. You must feel the existence of the spirit. Let's make our hearts the mirror of our spirit, and may we keep it clean and open and warming to everyone we meet. Let them know we are different. We like to love. We don't like to hate. Now we're going to have a moment where we're going to teach you a very small but very, very used technique. Stand here, love. I think it'd be easier to stand here. Maybe stand. Yep. All right. And Lee is going to demonstrate. We are all very, very upset at the moment, perhaps, about what's happening in the world. We know there's a purpose for everything, but there are a lot of people that are dealing with stress and doubt and fear because they know not what they are. What Lee is doing is giving a bandhan. We put on a bandhan to protect our chakras. If you remember when we go like this after we've raised our Kundalini, this bandhan gives the subject matter to the divine all-pervading power of love. So we will write on our hands now with our right finger. The way you're seeing it, it looks like my left, but it's my right finger, pointing finger, and our other hand, we are going to write for this point in the world situation. World peace. World peace. Write it across the palm of your left hand. Now, as Lee is doing, she's circling her hand around in a clockwise direction, but her attention is not on her hand, it is on her Sahasrara, on her fontanelle, where our Kundalini is flowing. We do this until our hand blows cool, and then you give thanks to this all-pervading power for hearing our very simple but very effective power that we have been given to use, as we can use it on our own chakras. We can use it to send love to someone, or we can use it whenever we're troubled by something. Right, so I would be coming to a close shortly, and we will have this beautiful music prepared for us by Lorenzo, and I'll hand you back to our lovely sister Rachel. Thank you.
Oh, Linda, that was such a beautiful program. Thank you.
My pleasure.
And thank you so much for demonstrating this really powerful tool that we have of the bandhan, where we can write something on our hand and send it to the divine, surrender it to the divine for the attention. And if we have somebody like a family member or a friend that we're worried about, if they're unwell or not doing so well, we can send love in that way as well, love and protection. So we just write their name and do the bandhan. And I've just found that such a useful and really powerful tool in my years of practicing.
Yeah, we've been giving it a fair workout in recent times, I think, but we're always heard.
And this is something that Shamaji has demonstrated to us as a tool that we can use for the benevolence of humanity. And now for the benevolence of our meditation experience. Shall we introduce Lorenzo, or are we going to discuss what's going to happen tomorrow night, Alex?
Tomorrow night. That's exactly what's happening tomorrow night. The topic is, maybe you could just remind me. Sorry, I'm so blissed out from this program. Wait, can I just say that this such an amazing program, Linda.
Oh, thank you.
So I think myself, I just went into my left side quite nicely. I'm just enjoying the joy in my left side, and I've just kind of forgotten where I am at the moment.
It's all right. I do that all day.
That's probably why I feel it.
I couldn't have done this program without Lee's help, because I'm the most technology-less person in the country. So all thanks to Lee
for your support of Linda. Thanks, Lee.
Yeah, thanks, Lee.
She's here hiding.
The famous hand.
So the topic for tomorrow is dealing with the past. So this has got to do with the left side, the left sympathetic nervous system. And this is quite a deep and pertinent topic, as it makes up a huge part of our being, and it's related to our superego. And also, there's an opportunity for people to register for the mentor program.
Yes, Alex, please register for the mentoring program if you would like. We'll just get the tech team to maybe share their screen of the website, and he will show you how to get there. So you go to the freemeditation.com.au website, and then you go to clearing and balancing under the February 2022 online course for streaming classes, and then February 2022 online course, and you click that one, and then you scroll down to the mentorship registration form, where you can get a one-on-one mentor support if you would like, just from a yogi that has been practicing for a while. Maybe have some can help you just on these critical times, maybe when you're beginning. If you've got some questions and stuff, they could fill you in.
So there it is there, how to register for the mentor program. So we're all volunteers, and we're all there to help support you on your journey if you want to progress further with your spiritual development and in the practice of Sahaja Yoga. So it's a great possibility there to join the mentorship program and get supported along the way, and develop relationships with some of the yogis who've been presenting throughout this course, and also other yogis, I'm sure. And they're all lovely souls. So it's really worth registering for. And there's an email address there as well, if you need to ask some questions about it, or if you have difficulty with the form. So I'd like to say thanks again to Linda and Lee, and thanks to Alex. It's been a really blissful program, and I think we're going to. I see Lorenzo is waiting there in the green room.
Hi, Lorenzo.
Hello, everyone. Hello.
Hi, Lorenzo.
Now we're on the music part of the program today. Which which music piece will you play today, Lorenzo?
It's just an Allemande by Bach from one of his French suites.
What does allemande mean?
Allemande is just, so a suite is a collection of dances, basically based on dances that were danced throughout Europe in courts and whatnot. Allemande just means German, so it's a German dance.
Oh.
Yeah. We don't really know how it was danced. Some of the other dances we've got choreography for it, but the Allemande is a bit of a mystery. So yeah.
Do you have a dance prepared tonight, Lorenzo?
Do you have anybody else in the house who's going to demonstrate it?
Possibly. I'll be dancing with my fingers.
Good. We're looking forward.
I've just realized that we didn't go through what we do at the end of our meditation, which is raising Kundalini and undone. Shall we do that together?
Sure.
So just bringing the left hand up and the right hand rotates one tie knot at the top. Second time, 2 knots. Third time, 3 knots. Representing the left channel, the right channel, and the central channel. And then 7 arcs, like a rainbow, the bond of protection around our chakras. And to protect that divine space that we've been enjoying and preserve that bliss. And that is done 7 times. I may have lost count. Jai Shamanati, thank you for joining us tonight, and please do stay on for the music.
That was wonderful, Lorenzo.
So beautiful.
That was really nice. Wow. Really good concert. Like being in a concert.
It really takes you to that place where you can't find words anymore, as Shamaji referenced Kabir.
Mm-hmm. Words are very limited. Right.
Thank you very much, Lorenzo.
Thank you.
That was beautiful,
It was a pleasure.
and beautiful way to finish our program.
Maybe I might just say something. I just have inspired from this program. Just taking a while to soak in. Where we went with Linda on this wonderful program. I was just arise to me. The spirit is on our left side, and when we like awaken it with talks of Shamaji or talking about the spirit, going into that consciousness, we can move into that left side, and it awakens, and it really is the source of this joy within us. It's that the really only reason we're alive is to enjoy. That's why the heart beats. It's its only function is actually to enjoy. When we use our mind too much, it actually, because they're connected, the ego or the mind, Sahaja chakra and the heart, if you overuse it too much, it can cover the heart, and some people, they can not feel any joy. But really in Sahaja Yoga, it's an amazing process by which when the spirit awakens, this joy just can arise out of yourself.
It's pure emotion, isn't it? Because the left side
emotion.
is the emotional side.
Absolutely.
So that's the essence of emotion, and the highest emotion that we can experience.
Correct. The height. Yeah.
Actually, that joy is when we create joy, and we can just flood the world with joy, and it just combats the negativity. It just can banish the negativity. So
even stop wars.
Let's hope
love. Yeah. It has the power to stop wars. Love. Yeah. Also, in the past, just to say what a beautiful thing of Sahaja Yoga, what in the past 50 years, what we've been given, is that in the past, to experience any type of spiritual experience like this, you would have had to go to the Himalayas or out the outskirts, where you're kind of away from the emergence of industrial revolution and all these kind of man-made things to the right side. And then they went out into the Himalayas, and there was actually saints who achieved this spirituality heights. They actually were awakened their spirit. And we're actually all feeling that joy in Sahaja Yoga. But what happened back then is when you feel that joy, you didn't want to return back to society, because you were just, you enjoyed it so much. When you came down from the mountain and see what kind of gross people they were in their speech, or their attention was on material stuff. You didn't want to be a part of that, so they never went down from the mountain. They stayed up there. It's very unique in Sahaja Yoga is that the Sahasrara chakra, which is opened up, is actually the connection between the spirit and the Sahasrara. And what this chakra is integration. So in Sahaja Yoga, we can feel the joy, but the amazing thing is we don't have to seclude ourselves away and just feel that joy. We actually can integrate into the society, into the maybe parts of society that aren't feeling any spiritual joy or anything.
We can really feel that joy in daily life, and that becomes an ambition. Actually, is to be taken to that space of joy within the heart. Sort of once you've felt that, you want to be in that space, and it's such a enjoyable space to be in, isn't it? So, and then you just feel this complete appreciation for everything, and nothing but love. Yeah. Have you got anything to add, Lorenzo?
Yeah. His music speaks more.
Yeah, just like Rachel was saying, the goal is to just sort of maintain that state of joy even when you're sort of surrounded by the chaos sometimes that goes on in the rest of the world, you know. And just with regular meditation, it gets easier and easier.
Yeah.
Very well put.
And we have music as a great phenomenon in Sahaja Yoga as well. You know, every night we're presenting some music, whether it's live or recorded. But the musical aspect is something that can really bring you to that state of joy. Whether it's singing, listening, or you know, sometimes we have programs and we find ourselves dancing because we just feel so joyful. And that sense of being enjoying together in a collective way just really enhances that joy, and it's magic. The music is a magic element of Sahaj. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It helps you get beyond your mind, basically. So it can just help bypass all those, you know, the little negativity that we have in the brain and the mental chatter. And yeah, it's just a great catalyst, really. Yeah, to help get to that state where we're not thinking.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, I think we'll finish up on that note. And thanks again, Lorenzo, for playing.
Thanks
I
for
believe
having
you've
me.
got one more piece, or is that?
That's it, I think. Yeah.
Oh, that was it. Okay, sorry. I didn't know the program.
I think we have some recorded music.
Recorded music
for people to continue to meditate with, if they would like to. But thank you wherever you are in the world. Thank you for joining us on day 18, and we look forward to seeing you again tomorrow on the topic of the left side and the past, dealing with the past. So good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
After this grand manifestation of beautiful notes into such a beautiful woven melody, with all the permutations and combinations that are possible, it's hard to say anything anymore about. I didn't know that such a great artist was there. I've never heard him before. It's my luck today that I've been able to hear him and such a great artist on tabla. It's thanks to you that I could hear all this, because I never get a chance to listen to such divine music. It's so beautiful. And the ripples after ripples, you could see how it was moving. I'm sorry I had to stop you from clapping because that would have disturbed the ripples a little bit, I thought. But still, it is to be understood that Indian music comes from the source which we call as Om, is the divine source, and is all made congenial to the tuning of the spirit. Because of that, you all are feeling that joy within yourself. This joy that is created within yourself, maybe that many musicians may not feel it if they haven't felt their spirit. It's for the saints to listen to this music. And for these great artists, I'm creating saints here, and that they should appreciate this great music of India. Moreover, I don't know how many of you have visited Kashmir, but the valleys of Kashmir and the river Ganges flowing in it, as if such a combination I felt, as if the river Ganges was flowing in the Kashmir valleys with all its ripples and beauties and the vibrations spreading. When the poetry fails, the words fail. The joy is so boundless and beautiful, is the expression of an artist. But in thoughtless awareness, in that nirvichar samadhi, you can enjoy it so much better. I was happy then when the music went on during the time when there was no light. But I know all of you were hearing it through your Sahasrara. Wasn't it true? Yes. And I'm happy that the artist didn't get disturbed and went on playing. That's the best thing that can happen to us, that we hear our Sahasrara.